All right, here we are. Let us begin. It is the yoga time. Like the conductor and the orchestra rises. All right, let's begin in mountain pose. Just take your time and just make your way up to a standing position. We'll begin our practice here. And once you are here, let's just help the body settle into the space by taking a few deep breaths. Nice full inhale. And a complete exhale, perhaps with your mouth opened, with a little sigh. And a nice full breath in. Really feel the expansion of your body, filling up your lungs. And exhale. Just continue with slow, steady breaths here, either with eyes opened or eyes closed, just so you can move inside of self. Take this time for yourself. Good. Mindful breathing. Intentional breathing. Notice how your body is responding to your breath. You may notice the subtle rise and fall of your chest or belly or even your back or shoulders. Listen to the sound of your breath. Just very simple ways to be more in tune, more connected. On your next inhale, just feel the breath rising upward, filling up your lungs. Once again, that expansiveness in your heart space and upper body. And with your exhale, as you're able, draw your belly button in towards your spine. That light contraction of your abdominal muscles as we engage the abdominal lock. It doesn't have to be too strong, but just an awareness of your center. Again, a breath in, rising, filling your lungs and heart space. Exhale, drawing inward from your center. And just hold on to this sensation of breath and let it guide you through your practice. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Prepare your body to move. Remember to move as you need to move today. Take your time, rest, modify any poses. And when you're ready, inhale and extend your arms overhead. Treat it like a nice stretch. Reach for the ceiling. And exhale, fold forward so we're hinging at the hips with soft knees. Just slowly guide your way down, maybe all the way towards toes or partially down. Inhale, slide your hands up to your shins or your knees. Only rise up halfway so you form a table with your own body. On the exhale, you either stay here or slowly slide back down towards toes. Remember, it's okay to keep your knees very bent, even more so if you'd like to touch your toes. Even relax your head and neck. And while you're here, maybe a little lean towards your toes, just so you feel a little bit more perhaps in the backs of your legs. As you lean towards your toes, your legs automatically engage so you don't fall over. So just notice that sensation perhaps. Part of our focus in our practice today will be kind of our hamstrings and our glutes, both strengthening those larger muscles and stretching those larger muscles. Let's return to a halfway lift. So inhale, slide your hands back up to shins or knees. Let's pause with an exhale here, parallel to the floor. Feel your feet rooted into the earth. Keep the knees soft, long spine, activated legs. And then we'll finish standing, shifting your weight into your heels. Bend your knees to lower your hips like you're sitting down, lifting the upper body. Then inhale, extend your arms out and up, another nice stretch. On the exhale, you can bring your hands together and down to your heart, or bring your arms down to your side. Yeah. Let's just hold for a moment, find a breath. Let's move through that half salute once again. Here we go. Inhale, reaching out and up, that lengthening through the sides of your body. Yes. Exhale, leading with your heart as you fold forward, soft knees, Good control, yes. Making your way down towards toes. Inhale, rise up halfway, forming your long tabletop. The exhale, slowly guide your way back down, partially or all the way. Releasing head, neck, and shoulders. Even take a peek between your knees to see the wall behind you. Here's that weight shift into the heels. Bend your knees to lower hips. Let's rise all the way up. Inhale to extend arms into the sky. Exhale, hands to heart or arms down to your side. And another pause right here. Having added our movement to the breath, we'll just continue adding on. When you're ready, inhale, let's sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward. Making your way down. Take your time. Inhale, rise up halfway. Feel the top of your head lead you forward to get that fully extended spine. Exhale, fold all the way down. Bend the knees more so you can place your hands on your mat out in front. At the top of the mat, walk or step the feet back into plank pose. Let's just pause here for a moment. Strong press into the earth with the hands for the energy in your arms. Lengthening through the entire body. Let's breathe in. Exhale, bend your knees a little. Send your hips into the air. Head and chest sink between the arms. This should guide you into downward facing dog. As needed, make any adjustments with your feet, maybe even your hands on your mat to help you settle into the pose. Even here, it's okay to keep the knees soft. A good bend in the knees. Hands still pressing strongly into the ground. You can just hold in stillness or add some movement as it feels good to you. Let's continue from here, taking a nice full breath in, filling up your lungs. Exhale, draw belly button in, bend your knees, walk, step, or hop the feet up to the top of the mat. You'll be in forward fold. Good job. Inhale, rise up halfway, long spine. Exhale, refold. Feel that stretch in the hamstrings. Weight shift into the heels, bend your knees. Let's inhale, come all the way up to standing. Extended mountain pose, reach high. Let's exhale, take chair pose, sitting back and down into the imaginary seat. There's also perhaps a weight shift into the hips and heels so the toes are light so you can lift your toes or easily tap your toes. Hold for a moment. And then we'll move. Breathe in. And exhale, dive out of your chair, down towards toes, forward fold, releasing. Here's monkey pose, lifting up halfway as you inhale. Exhale, fold all the way down we go. Hands plant into the earth. Hop, step, or walk the feet back to plank pose. Pause. On the exhale, feel free to take that same shortcut to down dog, or with your exhale, yes, finish your push-up. Bend your elbows, come down to the earth, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to a back bend. It could be upward facing dog or a cobra pose, yes. Then exhale, tuck your toes under, send hips into the sky, downward facing dog. Make that adjustment with the feet, perhaps with your hands as well. Settle into the pose for a moment, and then we'll add our lunge. Inhale, extend your right leg up behind you. Reach, nice and long, straight line. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat or behind the right hand is good. Turn your left heel to the earth behind you. Be sure to shift your weight back into that foot so you're well balanced on both feet. Light hand so you can reach forward, hinge from hips. Good, rise up. And we'll just hold for a moment. Good extension of the arms, nice lunge here, strong thigh. A little opening in that back leg as it spirals open. We'll breathe in. And exhale, hinge, fold, bring your hands to the earth. Slide the right foot back, plank pose. Again, shortcut to down dog or complete the full series. Modify by placing knees on the floor first, then chest. Maybe a modified back bend. Then exhale, downward facing dog. And of course, we'll always meet in down dog. So always choose the sequence that fits you best at that moment. And we'll meet here. Inhale, extend left leg up and back, straight line. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat, landing behind the left hand, right heel turns to the earth. Feel balanced, feel secure, light hand so you can reach forward, rise up, and we'll hold. Good extension of the arms, nice lunge. Feel the strength of the legs here. A little stretch in the hip flexor on that right side. Here we go, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Hands return to the earth. Slide left foot back. There's plank. And complete the series as you like. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Hold there for a moment. Let's do a little floor work, so you'll gently bring your knees to the floor. Sit back briefly to hero, then off to the side so you can swing the legs around to the front. We're going to lie down, so you might want to scoot forward so you have room behind you. Carefully roll down onto your back and draw knees into chest. We'll hold here for a moment so you can add some more movements, releasing any tension in your back or hips with some movement here. Your feet are free, so maybe circling the feet, flex, point, wiggle your toes if you can. Before planting the feet into the ground, just extend the legs straight up, flex the feet, heels reaching for the ceiling. Just notice that sensation in the backs of the legs. And now immediately bend the knees, plant the feet into the ground. Ready for your bridge pose. Inhale, fill up your lungs. You can exhale through the mouth if you'd like. Engaging your core and just peel away from the ground, lifting the hips. Now this could be a modified pose by using the hands. You can just sit in your hands or bring in a block and sit on the block for a modified posture. Or if you want that engagement, just keep lifting on your own. This is one of our strengthening postures. So feel the glutes engage. Even though we are opening the front body, you'll feel this in your thighs and your chest and waistline. But think and feel underneath you, hamstrings, glutes, lift and squeeze. 2 more breaths. And then start to soften, maybe wiggle the feet forward a little bit, extend your arms into the air, just making space in your back body so you can come all the way back down to the ground. And once you're down, extend your arms behind you, extend the legs out in front of you. Reach in these opposite directions, creating all this good space. Let's move into boat pose. You may draw your knees into chest once again. Carefully rock your way up to seated, or even roll to your side and press yourself up to seated if you need to. Yep. And come to your boat pose. All these nice variations of the posture. Feel free to keep the heels on the floor. Hold on to the legs. Just be sure you have a lengthened spine. Lift the chin slightly so the neck's in the same alignment as the spine. You're breathing, of course, so breathing in to get that length. Fill up the lungs. You can even exhale through the mouth to help engage your core. Those are your standards. Otherwise, you can choose the posture or the variation that feels right. Let's move from here, breathing in and exhale, cross legs, hands in front or to the side so you can swing the legs and feet behind you, return to plank pose. Let's all just take a shortcut to down dog. Arriving in the posture, make your adjustments. Let's continue with our lunge series. We'll inhale, extend right leg up. Let's go ahead and open this up. So bend your right knee, bring your heel down towards your backside. A little lift of the knee so you feel a bit of a twist in the spine, hip opening towards the right side of the room. Make sure your hands are still pressing firmly into the floor. Strong arms, straight arms. Breathe in. Exhale, unwind and step through. Right foot to the top of the mat. Left heel to the earth behind you, planted. Find that balance. And then rise. Inhale. Good. Warrior 1. Exhale, opening to your warrior 2. Adjusting your feet. Perfect. Have a strong foundation underneath you. Good extension through the arms. There we go. Again, strong legs, strong foundation. Even notice with the right knee kind of pointing forward, it also feels like it's moving to the right side of the room. Okay, side angle pose. Reach out, rotate here. Angled upper body will rotate the arm, so our right arm reaching downward, left arm up, and opening through the center. Good. Good extension, some stretching, lengthening, opening. Let's take a breath in, and our exhale will turn, fold hands to the ground. Let's step back into plank pose. Pause for realignment. And again, we'll just take that shortcut to down dog. Soft knees, hips to sky. Head and chest sink. Other side when you're ready. Inhale, extend left leg up and back. Bend and twist. So bending of the knee. A little twist of the spine as you open up a bit towards the left side of the room. Hip opener. Strong hands, strong straight arms. Breathe in. Exhale, unwind, step through. Landing at the top. Right heel to the earth, planted. Find that balance. Then inhale, rise up. Exhale, opening to your right. Here's Warrior Two. Arms come down to parallel and adjust your foundation. Outstretched arms, nice tall torso. And now left knee, but most of the outer left thigh feels like it's moving to the left side, just to keep that opening. Side angle pose. Let's reach out to angle the upper half of the body. Rotating the arm so this left hand is reaching towards the ground. You might even touch the ground, or bring in a block. That can act as your ground. Right hand reaching for the ceiling. There it is. Good, nice openings in the whole front side of your body. Breath. Let's take a breath in, ready to move. Exhale, turn and fold. Hands return to the ground. Slide left foot back, plank pose. Brief pause. Shortcut to down dog's fine, or complete your series by finishing the vinyasa. So perhaps chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog or cobra pose. And exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a nice full breath in. Exhale, walk, step, or hop. Both feet up to the top of the mat. You'll be in forward fold. Inhale, rise up halfway, long spine. Exhale, fold. Let's hold for a moment. Same thing. That weight shift towards toes. Feel the engagement in the backs of the legs. And then shifting weight into the heels. Ready to stand. Bend the knees, lower the body, lower the hips. And then inhale, rise up nice and tall. Extended mountain pose. As you inhale, reach up. And exhale, arms can come down to your side. Nice. Good. Good movement of the body, warming up. And just check in. All right, let's just do a little balance right here. So tree pose. Starting in our mountain pose, grounded, balanced on 2 feet. Softness in the knees. Start shifting your weight into your right foot. We'll inhale, get nice and tall, filling up the lungs. Exhale, engage like in boat. We're going to pick up the left foot, flexing the foot so you have a nice strong leg. We're going to swing the knee out until it just naturally stops, kind of a hip opener there. And then placing foot on the inside of your standing leg. Yeah, it could be up high. You can even hold it there if you needed to, or down below the knee, or use the ground. Then inhale, yes, extend arms up. Good reach, energy through hands and fingers. You can go a little wider. You can even change your arm posture, okay? A little goalpost. You can even bring hands to heart. So different variations of our branches here. Just as long as you feel the activation of the body, core engagement, breath flow. Good if your arms are up. Let's just keep them up. We'll swing left knee forward, lifting knee, flexed foot. Yes. Plant the foot into the ground. Rebalance on 2 feet. Nice job. Bring your arms back down to your side. Shake that loose, especially through the arms. Work down your body, hips right down to that foot that you were standing on. Then return to mountain pose. Balance. Make sure your knees are soft. We're shifting weight into the left foot. Inhale, tall, lengthened spine, fill the lungs. Exhale, engage. Ready for balance, picking up right foot, flexing the foot thighs, perhaps parallel to the floor. We'll swing it open, hips stay square, facing forward. Placing foot on the inside of the standing leg, high, medium, or low. Grow those branches. Inhale, extending, lifting. Exhale, keep the core engagement, Uddiyana Bandha, the abdominal lock, right from our center. There it is. Active arms, hands, and fingers, even if you're at a goalpost, even if your hands are at heart. All right, keeping arms active. We'll swing right knee forward, lifting knee, flexed foot. Plant the foot into the ground, rebalance. Arms come back down to your side to finish. Shake it loose. Let's continue our flow, adding on. Here we go. Inhale, reaching all the way up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise halfway up. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the hands. Hop or step back, plank pose. Come down if you'd like. Chaturanga Dandasana. Good. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, extend right leg up when you're ready. Bend and twist. Just going to keep moving. Good flow of the body. Unwind, step through. Back to a warrior one setup. Left heel to the earth. Balance. Rise up. Inhale. Exhale, opening to warrior two. Adjusting. Right away, side angle. Reach out. Rotate the arms. You might even follow the left arm overhead if you'd like, just to add that left side stretch. But we're still moving. Breathe in. Listen carefully on the exhale. We're going to turn, fold, bring your hands to the floor. Sweep your right foot back and up. Return to a down dog. Right leg straight up into the air. Hold for a moment. Next exhale, let's step through again. Right foot, we're going to a high lunge here. So left heel stays lifted. Do find your balance before rising into our crescent lunge. Right here, reach high, lunge low. We're going to rise up to straighten the legs. Pivot left heel to the floor. You'll turn sideways. Arms come down to parallel. Let's take this to a triangle pose. Reaching out. Tip it over so we can get into that nice hamstring stretch. There you go. Yes. Yep. The right hand might touch the ground or your ankle or bring in a block, or your hand might be more up on the leg. Maybe your shin, knee, or thigh. Good extension through the arms. Modify the pose as you need to. To come out of the posture, bend the right knee. Come up to a warrior two. Okay. We're going to straighten that right leg again. Swivel that right foot so it's facing the same direction as the left foot. Adjust your feet so they're aligned underneath you. We're going to inhale, reach out with the arms, get nice and tall. Exhale, pull belly button in, bend your knees, and fold. Fingers might touch the ground or maybe a block. Go all the way down or as far as you can. Inhale, rise up to fingertips to extend the spine like your head is going out towards the window. Exhale, fold. We're going to hold here. Make sure there's still a softness in the knees. So we're getting into a nice stretch through the legs. Lots of portions are being targeted here. Because of the wide stance, we get certainly the hamstrings, backs of the legs, even the glutes. We want to focus on getting a nice stretch in the glutes here as well. But the outer and inner legs also get a nice stretch. Okay, just 3 more breaths. We will be coming back to this pose. 3 more breaths. Okay, soften a little bit. You're going to walk your hands towards the right foot and turn that right foot so it's facing forward. You'll kind of be in a warrior one setup, but if your feet are too far apart, you can always step that left foot a little closer so we can rise again to a warrior one. So warrior one, just a nice opening. And exhale, fold. Hands to the ground. Let's step back, plank pose. Complete your series as you'd like. You can always skip that full vinyasa. You can modify it, change it up, or skip it. Once in down dog, same sequence, other side. Inhale, extend left leg up and away. Reach, bend, and twist. Nice opening there. Exhale, unwind, step through, back to a warrior one. Plant that right heel, find your center and balance, rise when you're ready. You can always take your time with these. Good, open warrior two. Adjust your foundation. Side angle pose, reach out, rotate here. Maybe follow the right hand overhead towards the front of the room. Get a side stretch through the right side. Still moving, so breathe in. Exhale, turn and fold. Plant the hands, going back to down dog. Sweep the left foot back and up into the air. Pause for a moment to feel those straight lines. Next, exhale, step through for high lunge. Left foot forward, right heel's lifted, centered, and rise. Hold for a moment for a little balancing lunge. Active arms, hands, and fingers. Strong legs hug to midline with the legs. Let's grow tall, straightening the legs a bit. Pivot right heel to the floor, you'll turn sideways. Yes, arms to parallel, set for triangle. So straight legs, let's reach out over that straight left leg. Rotate here. Yeah, if the feet feel like they're too far apart in triangle, you can even bring feet closer together. Perfectly fine. Yes, listen to your body. Modify, change it up a bit if you need to. Good, getting all these good extensions and openings from this pose. Coming out of the posture, bend the left knee just for leverage so we can come back up, pause in warrior two. Let's re-extend this left leg, turn that left foot so it's facing the same direction as the right, adjust the feet so you're nicely aligned. Here's our little star shape, same forward fold. Inhale, reach out, get tall. Exhale, pull belly button in, soft knees just to protect your back as you make your way down, all the way down as you're able. Inhale, rise to fingertips, extend through the spine, just like monkey pose. Exhale, fold. It's our second time here, so you can kind of play with different sensations while you're here. Maybe it's turning or taking the feet out a little wider. Maybe add some movements like a little twist or a lunge. Adding to the sensations you're creating in the legs. Backs of the legs and glutes. Outer and inner legs. And perhaps you're involving the upper body. Okay, 2 more breaths. I'm going to walk the hands over to the left foot, turn that left foot forward. If the feet are too far apart from each other, step that right foot forward a little bit. We're in a warrior one setup, so rise to warrior one when you're ready. Rising up just to open. Still working the legs and hips here. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, slide left foot back, plank pose, and complete your series. We'll meet in downward facing dog. And then come to a seat. So kneel down, sit back, get the legs around to the front. Come to cobbler's pose or bound angle pose. Feet together, hold on to the shins, ankles, feet or toes, and just stay nice and tall here for a moment so I can demonstrate kind of our next little thing. Okay, so like I said, we're doing legs, but trying to get the glutes involved. Now, one thing that we're going to be doing probably after this, since we're sitting down, we're going to roll back, draw knees in like we did earlier. We're going to extend the legs, activate the feet, because I do feel this. Maybe you did too. Just a nice activation of the legs here. When we bend the knees, if you're able, this is an option actually, as you bend the knees, if you can, grab hold of the shins or ankles. Take the feet slightly wide. For me, it works because I have more space. When I plant the feet, still holding on, but then lift. I almost have that hold as a way to help lift my hips here. And get really high up. But if you feel like you can't reach the ankles when you're in bridge pose, just release. But trying to do your best to activate by lifting and squeezing the glutes. Okay, so we want to get that muscle grouping working there. We'll come down, little boat pose, but here's something else we're going to be working on. So I'm going to rise to a high lunge. Which way do I want? Let me do this way. High lunge, pivot, open. And before we do a forward fold, when we open up to this posture, I'm going to have you spin the feet out, bend the knees here, okay? Getting to this horse stance or goddess pose. We want to, if your bum kind of tucks out like mine kind of naturally does, I'm exaggerating this right now, but want to tuck under because that's going to firm up the glutes there too, okay? So once we're here, you want to feel the knees kind of push outward. That's like we did in the Warrior 2. Feel the leg move out, same thing. Out, tuck, engage. Okay, then we'll rise, kind of spin the toes forward and go into a forward fold. So we get an engage and then a stretch when we fold, okay? All right, so let's try that. So from our cobbler's pose, carefully roll down onto your back. Draw knees in, just hold for a moment, get settled. Then we'll extend the legs up into the air, flexed feet to engage the legs. Let's try this on for size, bending the knees. See if you can grab the shins or ankles. Plant the feet, maybe wider than the hips, kind of close to the hips, so you can lift your hips up off the ground. Now, if your fingers slip from holding on, that's fine. Okay, but if you're able to hold on and still lift the hips, go ahead and do that. Engage. Can you squeeze, activate these large muscles? 2 more breaths. Keep squeezing. Okay, and then soften. Carefully come back down to the earth. Release the feet if you're holding on to them. Boat pose. Draw knees in. Rock your way up to seated. You go right into boat if you're able, or just manipulate it to yourself so you're there. Lifted chin, long spine, deep breath, fill up the lungs. Exhale, engage. Okay, we're going to try that horse stance, goddess pose. Let's breathe in. Exhale, cross legs, hands in front or to the side, feet back behind you, plank. Just take a shortcut here to down dog. Here we go. Inhale, extend right leg up. Right foot to the top of the mat, high lunge. Left heel stays lifted, find your center, then rise. Hold for a moment just for the balance. Getting a nice hip flexor stretch. You might even feel some engagement back here. That's good. Let's rise tall. Straightening the legs. Pivot, but keep that left foot keep spinning out. Bring arms to parallel. Okay, and if you haven't already, turn the feet outward, bend the knees. So we're kind of in a grand plie, okay, in dancer terms, okay, or our goddess pose. You can bring the hands down actually to your knees or thighs, and even assist the legs pushing back, okay. Just kind of push back, and if you need to, because I know I need to, kind of scoop underneath. Yes, tuck the pelvis under, because that's what's going to help engage. Even kind of give yourself a tap back there. It's like, is it firm back there? No. This is going to make it firm. Those strong muscles. That strong muscle is going to help protect your back. If you have a kind of a not so groovy back, okay, low back, strengthen your glutes. Okay, rise up. Spin the toes forward. Let's inhale, arms out to the side. Exhale, don't forget to bend the knees and fold. Now we get that stretch. Yes, you can just stay low. Adjust the feet, adjust your positioning, and enjoy the stretch after that challenging, somewhat challenging grand plie posture. Couple of breaths here. Walk hands over towards right foot. Adjust the distance between the feet so you can easily rise to a warrior 1. Inhale. And exhale, fold, hands to the floor, back to plank pose just for a realignment. We'll do the other side, so you can just take a shortcut to down dog here. high lunge. Inhale, left leg into the sky. Exhale, left foot to the top. Balance, centered, right heel's lifted for high lunge. Take your time. Reach high, lunge low, get into the strength and stretch and engagement of the legs here. Okay, getting ready for our goddess. We're rising. Lengthen the legs, pivot. At right heel to the floor, spin the toes out. Arms to parallel initially, okay? Bend the knees for your grand plie. And you can just relax the arms, bring the hands down, but assist the legs and knees kind of pushing back towards the windows behind you. And then tuck pelvis under. Scoop, there you go, yes. Nice, good squeeze and hold. It's just like if you were making a bicep muscle or something. You want to squeeze and engage those muscles. Doing the same thing here. Engaging and holding. Strengthening the legs. Okay, let's rise up so we can spin the toes forward. Let's take the arms out to parallel right here. Inhale, let's go for the stretch. Exhale, don't forget to bend your knees to protect your back as you fold. Release. Feel the stretch. You might even lean forward a little bit or adjust the distance between the feet. Whatever's going to feel good for the backs of your legs. All right, just 3 more breaths. We will be coming back to this. Set up for warrior 1, so walk your hands over to left foot, turn those toes forward, adjust the distance between the feet. Take your time, rise to warrior 1. We'll fold, plant the hand, slide left foot back to meet the other. Still okay to take the shortcut to down dog or complete the whole series here. Meet in down dog. Then take another seat. So just come back to cobbler's pose. Okay, or it could be any other posture that would feel good to you. Okay, we're going to add kind of some pigeon pose because that's also going to stretch all through here. The first kind of pigeon-like posture is going to be in balance. Okay, I just call it cross-legged chair pose. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of hop into the posture. Of course, I'll guide you into it. And maybe just holding on to this cross leg here and just sit. Okay. Now you might feel it on both sides. Okay, but the lower I go, I'm going to feel it more on my left side. So yeah, I just want to feel this nice stretch right through there. Okay. So for the series, or for the flow, we'll get into this cross-legged chair pose, get to the comfortable stretch that feels good. We'll rise up, uncross, step back into that high lunge. Okay. Transition to that goddess. Okay, right into it. Push back, tuck under. Lift, spin, stretch. Okay, next pigeon will be here. I'm going to spin this way. How do I do this? Okay, rather than rising up, so I'm going to position that back foot. Maybe up on my toes. Yeah, on my toes here. But sweep this right foot back and up. Little bend and twist here. Going into pigeon. So it'll be the right leg on this side. So pigeon, that'll get a nice stretch. If you need to modify or do a different pose, okay, for that lying down pigeon, do it here and get the stretch that you need here. Pigeon, okay, and then we'll meet cobbler, roll back kick, engage, flex. High kicks, cross, spin, pose. No, okay. Got it? All right. All right, boat pose here. Let's get us up to standing. Let's get us to boat pose. You have to, improvise. Breathe in. Exhale, cross legs, hands in front and to the side. Plank pose. Feel free just to take a shortcut to down dog here. We're just going up to standing. So with an exhale, walk, step, or hop. Up to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, fold. There's another nice stretch happening for us right here. Weight shift into the heels, bend the knees, lift upper body. Inhale, standing, reaching out and up. Exhale, arms down to your side. There we go. Shake all that loose. All righty. We'll walk you through our that cross-legged chair pose. Kind of like setting up for a tree. Nice and tall, balance on 2 feet, little softness in the knees. Let's start shifting weight into the right foot. Immediately just going to pick up the left foot, soccer kick, the ball out the door, cross ankle over thigh right here. And then we can just start our seat. You can just bring the hands here. Okay. Go to the place that's going to feel right for you. Okay. For me, if I don't go down too low, I get it more on my right. If I go a little bit lower, I'm going to get more into my left. Okay, and so just kind of play, decide, whatever works for your balance. Okay. And if you need to cross the leg, or use the floor, toes on the floor there, you can even just kind of sit into this and you'll get a mild little stretch here. Okay, we're going to come up, uncross this leg. Lean forward as you kick this left leg back. Maybe arms extend for balance. Toes down behind you. Rise into a high lunge. Okay. Okay, right away to our goddess. So we're going to rise, pivot, spin the toes out, bend the knees. Arms can come right down to the thighs or knees. Push knees back, tuck pelvis under, squeeze glutes. Yes. Good. Let's rise. Spin the toes forward, arms out to the side. Inhale, little star shape facing the window. Exhale, soft knees so you can fold. Get your stretch for the backs of the legs and glutes here. Okay, we're going to get set up for pigeon. Walk your hands over to the right foot. Spin those toes forward. Rise up onto your tiptoes behind you. Plant the hands. Push hands into the floor because we're going to sweep this right foot back and up into the air. Bend and twist, pigeon, okay? So right knee coming down behind the right wrist. Angled leg, left knee comes down. Crawl, sit back. Find the stretch that feels good. If you need to, flip over onto your back. Cross right over left leg. We'll hold here for a moment so we can get into this stretch. Doing this work, if you really are looking for more mobility and flexibility in your legs and hips, we want to involve our glutes, both the stretching quality that we're experiencing, but certainly the engagement. Good. Let's hold a little bit longer, taking advantage of this posture and the sensations that go along with it. I'm finding myself doing some slow kind of movement, some rocking sensation to act like a massage, perhaps, for the parts that are getting a nice stretch. Let's take 3 more breaths. Taking your time. When you're ready, maybe use hands to help press and just lift upper body a little bit so we can sit off to the right side, so we can swing left leg around to the front. Just briefly here in this cobbler's pose, just to re-extend spine, align the hips a little bit. We're going to roll onto our back, take the legs up. So maybe bring the knees in, let the back round, so you can carefully roll down onto your back. Go ahead and kick legs up, flex feet, feel the engaged legs. Bend the knees if you can. Catch the shins. If that didn't work that first time, no worries. Plant the feet. Root. Lift. Engage glutes as you're able. What you can do as a little exercise with this posture is lift, squeeze, soften, disengage, lift, squeeze. Maybe do like 5 to 10 of those if you wanted to. Okay, just to feel that activation and the relaxation so you know the difference. Just take 2 more breaths. If you need to, make a little space, wiggle the feet forward, extend the arms up into the air, roll your way down, touch ground, maybe extend the body, that might feel good. And then draw knees to chest. As you're able, rock your way up to boat. But we're moving right away from our posture. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cross hands in front or to the side. Plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Exhale, bend knees, walk, step, or hop both feet up to the top of the mat to your forward fold. Inhale, spinal extension. Exhale, fold. Take advantage of the stretch. Weight shift into the heels. Bend your knees. Inhale, let's come back up to standing. Reaching high. Exhale, arms down to your side. All right, big sequence, okay? Lots going on there. So we're going to do the other side. Okay, and cross-legged chair pose to get into the glutes again. Mountain pose, soft knees or shifting weight into the left foot. Pick up right foot, soccer kick the ball, cross ankle over thigh. Either hands on hips or hands on this crossed leg, and sit. Find the seat that feels good. Again, for me, staying up high gets more on that left side. If I go lower, I'll hit that right side, kind of like pigeon. So you choose what works. Yes. Yeah, this certainly is balance. So you might need to focus on something out in front of you just to help maintain balance. Don't forget to engage your core. You can even kind of lightly push into this cross leg to extend spine. That's going to add sensation, perhaps. Okay, let's rise up. Uncross, lift the knee, flex foot. Arms extend, tip forward with the bent left knee. Extend the right leg back. Touch ground with the toes. In a lunge, rise up. Here's our high lunge. Goddess. We're going to rise up. Open, spin those toes out. Bend the knees. Grand plie. Drop the arms. Push knees back gently. Scoop underneath with the pelvis. Squeeze glutes. Coming up, straighten the legs. Toes forward, maybe arms out to the side. Inhale. Exhale, soft knees to fold. Dive right into your stretch. Yes. Not too long here. We've had plenty of opportunities in this posture. Let's get ready for our pigeon. Walk your hands over to left foot. Toes point forward. Rise up onto your tiptoes behind you. Plant the hands strongly into the mat so we can sweep this left foot back and up into the air. Bend and twist. Pigeon. Unwind. Left knee comes to the ground. Behind the left wrist. Angled front leg. Right leg crawl back. Remember, lie on your back for the alternative. And we'll hold this posture. Settle in, find the sensations that are working best for you and what your body needs. You might just hold and just be here with breath and the sensations. You might even add that gentle movement to create a massage-like sensation as well. Wonderful. Good. Take your time. I'm going to spend a few more breaths here. Modify if you need to. Or sometimes, if your body feels like it's complete from being in this pose, it has its own time limits. You can start to come out of it sooner if you need to. And if you're still here, maybe 3 more breaths. Moving in slow motion, maybe back up onto the hands just to lift the upper body a bit. Sit off to the left side so we can swing the leg around to the front. Pause in this cobbler's pose just for some alignment in the spine and hips right here. Okay, we are going to roll back, legs up. So the back might be straight here, but allow it to round. Okay, so you have some balance. Bring knees in, roll back. So you can take the legs up, flex the feet, engage legs. And then bend the knees if you can. Grab shins or ankles, plant the feet. Exhale, lift hips. If you need to let go of the ankles, please do. Do your best to engage the underside of hamstrings and glutes. You can do that same little pulse where you might lift, squeeze, lower, disengage. And the exhale would be the lift, engage. Inhale, soften. Okay. 3 more breaths. When you're complete, pause, start to soften. You might need to wiggle the toes forward a little bit. Extend your arms into the air, making space in your back body so you can roll down, safe landing. Let's stretch it out. Extend the arms, extend the legs. You're going to stay here. Draw right knee in. Hug it in. We're going to do a twist. Take this knee across the body for a twist. Okay, kind of a modified spinal twist. You can bend both knees if that feels better for you. This might, for some of you, might create a light stretch kind of in the hip and glute area. Just 5 more breaths on this first side. When you're complete, you might roll out of that twist. Extend the right leg. You might even pause for a moment. Let everything soften, release, disengage. And then do the other side. Left knee draws in. Take it across the body. Again, if it feels better just to do a regular spinal twist with both knees bent, do that. Some of you are doing the eagle legs. That might give you a nice sensation as well. Crossing one leg over the other. Do what feels right. Listen to your body. And let's say 3 more breaths. Feel free to stay here longer if you need more time on this second side. And when you do feel complete, just unwind. You might draw both knees in for a moment. Now, if there's any other pose you'd like to add here, I think we've got a little time for you to add at least one more posture on your own here, whatever you might need. Otherwise, if you feel complete, just make your way to Shavasana or any other restorative, relaxing position to finish your moving practice. Return to the awareness of your breath. With this awareness, take 5 slow, deep breaths. As you are approaching your 5th breath, intentionally bring movement back into your body. Having moved through this dynamic practice to help strengthen and open our bodies. After your 5th breath, and when you've found movement, take your time and carefully roll to one side of your body. And from there, slowly rise to a seated position. Move in slow motion, take your time. Once you are in seated, just feel the extension of the spine. Nice long neck, relaxed shoulders, arms just down by your side for this moment. And then one last movement together. We'll inhale, extend arms out and up. Exhale, bring your palms together and down to your heart space. Take one more full and complete breath here on your own. And as we come to the close of our practice, we bow, saying, Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much for watching and participating in this yoga lesson. To help us with the channel so we can continue to bring you more content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's really appreciated. Namaste.